Chris Aiken Presents, and I, of course, am Chris Aiken. And today on the show, we get one of the greatest guitar players that any of you that have ever listened to thrash metal have ever heard. This guy's you obviously know where you know him from. You're gonna learn to know him from Nuclear Messiah. New release called Black Flame coming out, and here to talk all about it is the great Chris Poland. Chris, how are you,
Oh,
man?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Chris.
I'm glad to have you, man. As a fan of your work throughout, it's always friendly to talk to you, and it's easier to talk to you when you have something brand new and fresh and rocking. So let's
Yeah.
start there, man. A lot of people probably have very little idea of what Nuclear Messiah even is. So why don't we start there? Maybe give us kind of the 30-second, 60-second rundown of this
All right.
project and how it came together.
Here's how it happened. Brian Pereira, he uh he runs Cleopatra Records. That's his label. He I worked with those guys, through the years, just doing solo projects with them. And anyway, he runs this idea by me where he's going to get like almost 40 iconic musicians, and we're going to make a record with them all. And I was like, okay. I mean, that's what he said. And then eventually it started happening. And I was like, oh my God, this is happening. I started getting nervous. I was like, who's playing drums? Anyway, that's how it came about. And then him and John Lappin actually chose who played on what song,
Okay.
which is kind of like a genius move in itself, really, because they just pictured it in their head. Yeah, if Adler played drums on this song, we'd have Marty Friedman do a solo. You know what I mean? That's how they
Mhm.
thought. So that's why it came out so good. That and Derek Hughes and Jurgen Engler, they're the producers. I don't know how they did it, man.
Well, who wrote the material? Was it you, or did
The
they bring it to
producers,
you, or
the producers wrote like the skeleton, song, and then everybody just gave their, you know, 2 cents to it.
okay? Well, doing a project like this, Chris, is that difficult for you as a musician? Because and you know this obviously, but you sort of write toward the skills that you have in any project. And with this, where you really don't know, and it's almost kind of you can kind of create anything and see what they fill in. Is that hard for you, or was that hard for you with this
No, no,
project?
that's what I love about being a guest.
Mm-hmm.
I can I love being in the studio. I love playing live. That's its own thing. But in the studio, I can get my guitar to sound exactly how I want it to.
Mm-hmm.
I can get comfortable. And once I hear the song, it kind of dictates where I'm going to go. And I just let it lead me, and I try and think of a theme. And then I follow that theme and I try to have a beginning, middle, and ending. And that's how I do it.
Sure. Now, I know it's been a million years since obviously the Megadeth years, but this sounds nothing like Megadeth, which, obviously it's been a long, long time since then. But at the same time, it's what you're most known for. So, with that in mind, do you write away from that, or do you just write naturally and what comes comes? I mean, how do you avoid getting being Megadeth again, I guess?
The last time I even thought Megadeth was when I wrote the songs for Return to Metalopolis.
Mm-hmm.
It was a transition period where I was like leaving Megadeth and I wanted to do a solo guitar career instrumental. And so I made it heavy. And now we're kind of heavy. We have Carlos Cruz on drums and Robbie Pagliari on bass. And our songs are heavy, but they're not, Megadeth, you know what I
Right,
mean?
sure.
And I'm not Megadeth. I was when I was in the band, but like, that's not my thing, man.